Hi, I'm Candace Boothby, and I am the President and CEO of the Noonan Coweta Chamber, and I'm so delighted to be here with Keoka from KurvedByK, a relatively new chamber member and new business owner, but she has an interesting story about her journey to opening her business, which is always a big deal, scary. Tell us about what led you down this path.
So, welcome. Thank you so much for having me. And so I tried to do a lot of different things other than I've always wanted to be a nurse. I've always loved to take care of people. And I tried to be a CNA, I tried to be a PCT, I tried to do all of these things that were a little bit less time consuming with education. I worked with the Coweta County school system for a little under 10 years, and I love to assist the nurse. She was became a really good friend of mine. And one day I just said, you know what? I had children when I was young. I got married when I was young to my middle school sweetheart. And life just kind of took a turn. And then at some point I just said, you know what? There's no shortcut. And I want to show my children that they can achieve anything. I don't care how old you are or young, whatever, just if there's something you want to do, do it. And so I decided, okay, I'm going to nursing school. I'm going to do it. And I did it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's been a journey.
So you began to call yourself Nurse K.
Yes. The Nurse K, let me tell you, Miss Candace, my name is Keoka Render. Keoka can sometimes be a hard word to pronounce, and it makes me feel a little way sometimes when people pronounce it wrong. I'm karaoke, I'm all these things. So I said, you know what, let me just hit the Nurse K, and it's just stuck. So now that's who I am, Nurse K. And my mom actually got that name from one of her first students that was really smart. And so that's where it came from. Just another person very smart, and I'm stuck with it.
So clearly you're very smart. One smart one to another one, right?
Yes.
But that's so clever that you have this Nurse K brand. So Curved by K is 2 Ks.
Correct.
K-U-R. So what's the story behind the name Curved by K?
So with Curved by K, when I came up with the name concept, I was offering more like body contouring services. Okay. So it was kind of the curved. But it was a lot deeper after I thought about it. I was like, you can curve. Like a curve is just a continuous line, and it can change and it can be smooth. So the Curved by K is the body shaping. A lot of people see that, but it's also to say that you can curve and change your life at any time, and you have the power to do that. So that's the Curved by K concept.
Okay.
Yes.
So body contouring, but you've expanded to more services. So we are over in Calumet. Sweet F on the backside, right?
Backside, yes. F102.
Yes, and if you've never been to Calumet, it's a great location, fabulous. We have a lot of chamber members located in the complex. Yes. But talk us through, I'm a new potential client. What kind of services could you provide?
So our focus is to help. And our focus is women, but we help anyone to learn the power that they have to control and improve their health. And health is mental, health is physical, health is spiritual. So we want to educate people and kind of fill the gap. Like when you go to the doctor's office, sometimes people don't even feel safe enough to tell their provider what they really need to know. So that is kind of where we fill in the gap. And that came from, of course, I tell you, I'm a nurse. And I was about 286 pounds.
Wow, you look good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
At one point, and I'm a wife, I'm all a mother, and all of these.
And a grandmother, I learned.
Grandmother now, yes. At that time I wasn't, but yes, I am a grandmother now. And I was depressed. It just was not a good time in my life at that moment. And I did not know how to, I always had a smile on my face. I always presented myself just like I am now, but I was so tired at the end of the day because it took so much work. And I'm at home, I'm a nurse. I know what to do. I'm just not doing it. Why? And I had a good life to people when you're looking. And so it was kind of like, why would I complain? And one day I was educating a patient on diabetes, as a matter of fact, and I told him, you have the power to live a very fulfilling life, because that was the thing, like, oh my God, I have diabetes, what am I going to do? But you have to make a choice and it doesn't go away. You have to manage it. And then I was like, who am I talking to?
Hot
Him
kettle,
or myself?
right? Yes.
And that I will never forget it. That was it. That was the day. And I said, you know what? I'm taking control. I'm taking power. And I did just that. And then I said, God, how can I connect to people and be the person that I would have wanted somebody to be for me? And they weren't that, because they weren't trying. I didn't tell it.
Right.
So I wanted to create a safe space where people can come and feel not judged. It doesn't matter if you are a lawyer, you're a doctor, you're a nurse, or whatever. You can't assume people should know. People sometimes do know, but they don't know how to apply it. So that is what our focus is, like concierge nursing.
So I love that phrase, concierge nursing. So there's a lot of consultation, clearly, in what you do. And the range of services, are they limited to a certain type of like group service, or are there just a lot of different types of services?
So it is different. So, but they are grouped. So we have our what we kind of like to call wellness or health programs. Some of those are nutritional IV therapy. Some are hormonal therapy. Some are sexual enhancement therapies. And that can entail a lot of different things. Some of it is just talking. Some of it is peptides. Some of it is vitamin support. But it is a plan. So everything starts with a consultation. We do certain labs that are maybe not common at the doctor's office to look at what may be going on in the body, what may be causing this. Because the thing is, your body's talking to you. When you feel different ways, your body's telling you it needs something. So helping people to understand what it is they may need. So we have the wellness part. We do offer weight loss, which is always big. But I feel like weight loss is kind of like a hook. You get people to come in because they're so focused on that number on the scale. I just need the number to be under 200. But once they come in and you get deeper with them and they start to feel good, and then the weight just drops off because now you feel good. And so anyway, but so the weight loss, the health plan, and then we do offer PRP services, which is the plasma. So it's a lot of regenerative tissue. So we do corrective skin care. We do hair loss restoration. We offer filler. So we do medical aesthetics. We do filler and Botox, but I like to really work more with the natural function of the body. So we can create a filler-like substance with your plasma that does the anti-aging. And then with all of that, we always start with the nutritional support, because you can look young, but we don't want to put a Band-Aid and then keep ripping it off. We want you to get young on the inside and let everything cellularly start to function better, and then it comes out.
So concierge services as a nurse, that is a relatively new concept in the last, 5 years maybe? You started, and with concierge doctors where you pay a membership fee. Is your model that type of model?
It is not, but that is what we're going towards in the future.
Okay. Explain to everybody who's listening that may not be familiar with this concept, because we've just recently had folks in Coweta that are starting to provide that type of concierge membership access model, right?
So what my model or my goal is to get to, where I offer you nursing and education services on a routine basis. So we have monthly, maybe even bi-weekly check-ins, and they're here in this safe space. Eventually they may be actually at the home. Right now they would be just offered here, but everybody has an individualized plan. They have a one-on-one connection and appointment with Nurse K on a regular basis. And there's no, there is a blueprint, but nobody is the same. Nobody is going to get the exact same recommendation as this other person. We look at your labs and we build it from there. So I don't really know the exact way it's going to look in 5 years, say, but it's going to be good. I can tell you that. Yes.
So what's your vision moving forward?
Well, actually, I am in nurse practitioner school, you guys, 2028, so I'm halfway there. And my goal is to I practice now, but there's a lane. I'm in my nursing lane. I'm very confident in what I do. Education is very important to me, so I continuously look to keep myself up to date. We do have an amazing medical director. Shout out to Dr. Wanda Guy Craft. So I'd like people to know when you come here, you are getting medical care. I have a doctor that guides me on what I can and what I cannot do. So we want to make sure everything is safe for people when they come in. Yeah. But what I look forward to is having a health practice. To come. That's going to be what it will be, and specializing in maybe missing what you may be missing now at the doctor's office. I think doctors are absolutely necessary, absolutely. But I do think that there is a gap, and I want health for people not to be a business. I want it to be a lifestyle. So.
Well, and the shifting to the nurse practitioner is a game changer for you in so many ways, right? Absolutely. So I know we're out of time.
Yes.
You are absolutely delightful, and it has been such a joy to sit here and learn about your wonderful business. And I hope for all of you that are meeting Nurse Kay for the first time that you will hear what she's saying. And if you have a need and you think this is maybe the person that can help you, that you give her a call. I know that we'll have your contact information.
Okay. Very good.
But thank you for what you do. Thank you for being in our community. Thank you for being a chamber member.
Thank you.
We value you, and so it's just a blessing. And
thank you.
I know,
it's good to be a blessing,
you, right?
And just, the last thing I want everyone just to hear is that you matter.
Yes,
you do matter.
Yeah. So remember that, and you heard it first from Nurse Kay. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.